Hi everybody, we're crossing the Hudson River on the Rip Van Winkle Bridge. Off on the horizon, those are the Catskill Mountains. That's where we're going today. Some real beautiful country. Looks like everything is covered in snow. The river has a layer of ice on it, but it is breaking up. It's warming up today. This is the Rip Van Winkle Bridge near Catskill, New York. Still plenty of snow left up here. It's warmed up today though. Our destination is straight ahead, maybe a half a mile more. Got a little dicey driving to do here, so I'm going to shut the camera off. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my first solo winter camp. We're up in the great northern Catskills for an overnighter. I'm already tired from the pack up and the drive. I've got to gather wood, set up a camp, all before the sun goes down in about 3 hours. It's no problem. There's a lot of wood here. I've got a quick shelter. Shouldn't take no time at all. Glad you came along for the ride. Hey everybody, we just parked the car. We've got a little walk. Basically where we're going is out that way. Under the snow, there's a pond up ahead. Still a fair amount of snow, nice and warm. Sun's up above the valley. I don't know if I want to be walking on that. It's probably frozen, but probably key word there. Well, it's so nice to be out of the house and in the woods with some snow under my feet, no less. How perfect is this? Looks like the path winds down this way. Lots of tracks in the ground. Imagine deer, maybe some coyote. Definitely a lot of birds around here. A grouse maybe. Turkeys. All sorts of odd footprints. This looks like a place where the deer all come together here. It gets a little scary here. We got to cross this creek. Now, from what I remember, there were rocks going out to that point. And it's not like this water's deep, but I don't feel like getting my feet wet either. All right, not bad. This is actually a really nice spot right here. If I don't see anything better, this could do it. It's nice soft snow. It's beautiful. We're in the floodplain, but I don't think I have too much to worry about. But look at how cool this looks. Winter Wonderland, that's the way my friend put it. And I asked him how things were up here, and he's right. A winter wonderland. Deer pass through here quite a bit. And as beautiful as this is, again, there's a lot going on overhead. You know, I don't want to be camping underneath these trees and wake up in the middle of the night paralyzed by a giant tree falling on me. A spot back on the other side of the valley might be better. I'm going to turn off the cameras for a little while and When I find the spot, I'll bring you back in and I'll fill you in as to where we are. I'd just like to take a quiet moment here to thank you all for pushing that button and watching my videos. Those of you who are subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. I appreciate your support. Came back to the other side of the creek. There's a couple of spots where there's no overhanging trees that we can use. Working up a sweat, I gotta take off a layer or two. There's a decent walk in. Not that cold today at all. It's probably getting close to 40 degrees, I would bet. Getting suntanning weather out here. Set up right between these two trees, just about the right length, maybe a little short, but we'll make it work. The toilet line right in here. We're going to run our shelter right over that. We may have to fix up the ground a little bit to make a place to sleep. It's a little uneven. Nothing new. Yeah. Okay, right about eye level, maybe a little higher than eye level. The first side I'll just go through the loop. Beautiful. This one, twice around the inside, once around the outside. Now what you can do with this, see how nice and loose it is there, I can tighten it up, or I can loosen it up as much as I want. If I want to raise or lower it, I can. Start with one corner, bring it up and over the line. To the second tie out, right? Here's the one on the end. Here's the second tie out. Grab our prusik. Now, move that around. The other side, second tie out. So I press it. Okay, now that our two corners are in, we can pull that nice and tight. Let's pull this away from the end a bit. Okay. Very good. We have to make ourselves a couple of stakes. There's a fair amount of firewood laying about here. Shouldn't have a problem keeping a fire going tonight. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. On the ground, nope. That's a nice piece of wood. That's a real nice piece of wood. Yeah. That's the start of our firewood collection right there. All right. That ought to do us. Okay. Now, see if we can get a stake in the ground here. It doesn't look good. This isn't working out. See how this side does any better. Suppose we can tie off to this tree if we have to. There's more than one way to skin a cat. That ought to hold her. Probably tie this right off to the tree. That's not bad. Do the same thing on this side, I guess. Well, that's your standard Adirondack shelter. Not too shabby. Can make a nice fire pit right out here. And later on we can hang the second tarp over and close it all off for the night when we're ready to go to bed. I'm going to use my poncho as a ground sheet. Keep myself up off the snow. Okay, time to collect some firewood. All this stuff is dead, just hanging here. Yeah, that's dead. A little bit tired. I got maybe half the wood that I need for the evening. It's going to get dark just after 5 o'clock today. We're going to need a fire. And that's not enough wood. I need a couple of big pieces. That'll burn for a long time. Then we got to make a fire reflector. There's plenty of hunky old wet wood around here I could build one with. Oh, nice. Not bad. Looks like it'll work just fine. Got ourselves a fire reflector. It's not that bad. I have to really be careful not to burn my tarp tonight. But we should be fine. Alright, I'm going to collect some more firewood. We'll get a fire started next. I don't want to get a big fire going here. I want to save my wood. I just want to get something started. I'm getting a little sweated up. I want to dry off a bit. That ought to do it. That ought to do it. Maybe the hardest part is over now. We're set up. We've got a fair amount of firewood surrounding us. And it's 3:45. I still have a fair amount of time left. Well, here's the first camping trip of 2020. So far, so good. Beautiful day. Sun is just starting to go down in the western sky over there. That means the temperatures are going to start dropping, but we look pretty ready. Still going to keep the fire, pretty small for a while. Then we'll start to spread it out as it gets darker, so it'll give us some good warmth. Pretty much, I'm telling you, I'm getting ready to sack out. I'm really tired. I've been going since early this morning. I'm probably not going to stay awake too long. Still have to make our dinner tonight. I think we're going to have our beef stroganoff tonight. Oh, that is so good. I feel it going right down my tummy. Warm me right up. Alright, I'm going to take a break, drink my tea. The sun just went down below the horizon. It's still light out, especially with all the snow. The only sound that I can hear, other than my fire, is the sound of the little stream. It's about 30 feet, 40 feet that way. There are farms upriver here, so I'm a little cautious about the water. The spring was frozen over. I couldn't get near it to get water there, so I had to stop at the local grocery and pick up some bottled water. I hate to, but I had to. The snow's not deep enough to safely melt it. My bed's all set up. I'm ready to jump in. Ready to jump in when I want to go to sleep. I'm very tired now. You can probably hear it in my voice. Got a nice cup of tea, warming up inside and out, sitting by the fire. I mean, this is what it's all about. I do have a couple of beers in the bottom of my backpack for later, after dinner. Speaking of dinner, I have to start getting that ready now. I'm going to get my headlight on. It's going to be getting dark. It's already getting colder, so I'm going to want to layer back up again. Yep, here comes the cold. We'll have a nice fire. We've got good shelter. We've got good warm blankets, sleeping bag. I should be snug as a bug. I'll keep my little fire going for a while. Once I settle in, I should be fine till morning. Thanks for coming along. Alright, we got a really nice little campfire going. I'm all sweated up. I'm tired from chopping wood and bucking it all up and setting up everything. So I need to just sit here by the fire and let myself dry out a little bit. I have a nice hot cup of tea. I'm going to drink that, and then I'm going to start making my supper. And then I'm going to pass out, I think. I'm getting real tired, so nothing like a hard day of prepping and getting ready for camping and setting up to make you want to sleep well. I do have a beautiful fire here. A lot to be thankful for today. Made myself a little heat reflector there, fire reflector. Seems to be working pretty good. I feel a lot of nice warmth hitting me. Not getting any smoke in my eyes. Okay. Like I said, that fire is beautiful. I'm just going to sit here and dry off for a while and drink my tea. And I've got to re-battery up my cameras. And then I'm going to stop making supper. Well, I'm all dried off. I layered back up again. So I got my puffy on and my outer cover. Feeling nice and warm now. I've got a good fire in front of me. I'm dry. Getting hungry. I'm tired though. So I'm going to boil some water now, and I'm going to make, I'm going to rehydrate some beef stroganoff tonight. beef stroganoff. And without having to get into too much detail, the beef stroganoff is basically, I take macaroni or pasta, any size or shape you like. I boil the pasta, then I put it on the dehydrator to dehydrate it in. This way it's almost like an instant pasta. So I put a serving of pasta, a serving of the vegetable mix, a serving of the dehydrated ground beef with some brown gravy mix and salt and pepper. And I think that's about it. I think if you'd like to, which I don't, is you can put in dried mushrooms into this recipe. That's what's going in. So there's the beef stroganoff mix. We'll have ourselves some dinner. I have to get my headlight out. It's starting to get dark out. It's kind of magical right now. I've got an owl hooting off in the distance in this direction. And there's no sun, but it's still very light out, you know, with all the snow on the ground. So it's kind of cool. There's deer track everywhere around here. All around me there's deer tracks. So I'll probably have some visitors early in the morning, I would bet. So as soon as this water boils, I hydrate the beef stroganoff, and then we can have ourselves some supper in about 15 minutes. Okay, so our dinner is rehydrating right next to the fire. Let's see if we can't get this fire going a little bit. Okay, so I just have to let that sit by the fire, and it'll take about 15 minutes to rehydrate, and then we can have our supper. I'm so hungry and tired. It's so beautiful and quiet. Should be fully hydrated now. Sure enough. Yeah, it looks good. We're going to throw a little bit of butter in there now, just to replace the fat that was removed during dehydration. That's fantastic. All right, okay. Our supper's ready. I'm going to chow down for a little bit, and then we're going to get ready for bed because it's getting dark out. Let me give you a look while that finishes up. Give you a look, see what it looks like outside. I didn't look what I have for later. Turn off my headlight. You see how the ground is still glowing from all the snow. I don't know if you can see me at all. And it's still bright enough to see what I'm doing. I don't think it's going to show up on camera though. We'll give it a try. It's kind of weird being out here alone. I've camped in these woods many times in the summer and the fall. You know, there are people around. You can hear things. Right now it's just that owl and the creek and my fire. Thank you for coming along and keeping me company on this trip. I'm going to go have my dinner and get ready for bed. We're all ready to get into our little cocoon up there, and it should be comfortable for the night. I've got my sleeping pad under there and my wool blanket that'll be pulled up and around me. Be in a nice little cocoon. Got blocked from all the wind, and if there's any precipitation overnight, I won't wake up wet, and it should be a beautiful night. I'm gonna have my dinner, and I'll bring you back once I'm done. Get ready for bed. Good cup of tea.
fire feels good. It's good to have some food in my belly. There's still plenty in there. I usually bring too much. You never know. We've got a long night ahead of us, so I'll probably want something to eat later. I'll keep it by the fire. I think it's about time we got this fire cooking up a little. Cheers, everybody. One thing nice about winter camping is the beer stays nice and cold. Fire should be good for a few hours. I'm ready to call it a night. Bring up the wool. Mummy up. Pillow. Good night, all. See you in the morning. Nice bowl of oatmeal. And another beautiful day. I can feel the heat from the fire. It's beautiful.